So, good morning, everyone. This is Tanya Schultz, the president of the Association for Women in Communication, the South Florida chapter. This is our Empower Yourself Monday, episode 38. Our goal is to always educate, empower, and connect. And this week we don't have a guest, but we wanted to talk about some things that are coming up that's going to be close to our heart. We'll be starting our education. And I'm watching two things all at once here. So we want to talk a little bit about that. I discovered a couple apps that I thought was really cool that I wanted to share with everybody as I'm trying to fix my microphone. I have like microphones and tools and equipment and all kinds of stuff happening today. But I also wanted to make sure. Hold on, I'm trying to set this up. Here we go. Our VP comes in, starts the breathing exercise. I think we all need it for Monday. It's been an interesting weekend for me. I'll tell you that. I don't know how everybody's weekend was, but it was interesting. Interesting time, like always on Twitter. I think I was on it too long this weekend, a little bit addicted to it. So, how are you today, Emily? She'll be back. So,
Yep, sorry. I was texting with Terry. Going back and forth this morning. So I'm good. I had a bit of a crazy weekend, little crazy week last week, which we can talk about today. I was at the Sunset Tequila Fest at Meisner Park on Saturday. And
I saw
that,
that. How was that? I was thinking about going to that, but how was it?
oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Like, even if you don't drink, and like Ryan came, he was my designated driver. He didn't have a single drink. We had the kids. I barely drank, but it was a full day of music. So it was just a music festival in Meisner. The rain only happened a little bit right in the beginning, and then it went all night. Beautiful weather. They had food vendors. They had over 30 different tequila brands out there to try. And it was such a cool vibe. Like, it was a much different event than like Boca Bacchanal or any of the food and wine festivals that typically take place. It was a different crowd, but it was so much fun, and it's definitely going to become an annual event. The team that put it on, which was Von Dugan from Kapow and several other restaurant entities in Meisner.
I'm sorry, but when it comes
And
to Vaughn, I just keep thinking of DJ Vaughn.
yeah, it's so funny.
Club Boca, yeah.
Club Boca, right?
He's come a long way, I'll tell you that. You know, he used to come to
So
my when I worked at
fun.
Saks in the mid '90s. My cosmetic counter was like right, and when you walk through the door, I'm the first person you see, and he would come up and like talk to us and give us flyers and tell us we get a free drink if we give. It was just really fun. I always think about him every time I see him.
Yep.
I always think, oh, that's the DJ dude.
So funny. And he was like the restaurant dude, and now a festival dude, and they put on
Oh, don't
such a
forget
good
he said he
event.
was a pizza dude too. Don't forget
That's
about
true.
that.
That is true. So yeah, it was amazing. Really, really fun time. I can't wait. And I already told them, I'm like, I want to be part of this next year. Like, let me jump in here. The team was great. Like, it was so well executed. I was a big fan.
Well, I see you doing PR for that, but I have a girlfriend that is actually starting the same type of tequila. Apparently, that's the thing now. They just invested. They moved out of South Florida. They bought a place in Ormond Beach. She's going to come back down. She talked to me about it when we had like a late lunch before she left. And I told her, I said, I'm not. I mean, I used to be the Bacardi girl, but I'm not. That's not my PR. So I'm gonna tell her to talk to you. I think it'll be fun because you do stuff like that. I know you do.
I do. Yeah, we're actually working with an emerging vodka brand now. I myself am a tequila drinker. That's like the only like vodka and tequila are pretty much my drinks of choice, and always happy to work with emerging brands overall, but we love working in the spirits industry. It's fun. And definitely a unique group of media, way different than when we do like yachting PR and such, which we just came off of the boat show last week, so that was
You have to
another big
tell
event.
me. You have to tell me anything exciting. Was Starlink there? Was Starlink with the yachts there? I mean, like that's what
They
isn't that what this whole
okay,
thing was? You got to tell me
it
that.
yeah, like everybody. So the cool thing on the crypto side and like so I walked around and they had so many booths this year that not only were accepting cryptocurrency, but that had integrated NFTs, that were doing VR and AR entities and jumping in. They had crypto.com there. They had several events that were just like really immersive on the technology side for the first time. We've never had events like that at the show. So that side of things, very cool. Technology wise, I mean, I, I was overwhelmed by how much I was seeing. It's incredible what they've got now. And I mean, 20 years ago, you couldn't get internet on a yacht, and now you're pretty much connected everywhere in the entire world. So it's crazy, and it was very cool. And then the boats themselves, I mean, holy moly, I was on a boat that was like $360 million. It's insane.
Can you buy it? Can
Um,
you buy it if you had crypto?
yeah,
Just
no, well,
saying.
you could. Could I? No. But could somebody? Yes. You definitely can buy the yachts of crypto, and then they've got blockchain contracts and all of that going on. I mean, they really like the industry has really jumped into Web3 overall in like a way that I wasn't expecting. Like even a year ago, nobody was doing anything, and then all of a sudden it was just like everybody at the boat show is jumping in. So it was fun.
Well, that's where I want to for next year's like there's the was it the Web3, the women's the women's summit that they're coming up. We
Yeah.
we had them on the show.
Hmm.
I'd like for us next year to focus on a little bit more about Web3, but also, because Dee Lawrence has been talking, so we're going to focus more also in cybersecurity. So she's putting together a panel. She said she met up with me. She's very excited. She works for the hospital, and she said that they have a whole team, and she's like, "Do I know anything about it?" I'm like, "Well, I do know some stuff about cybersecurity, a little bit." But I said it's an important subject matter. I've been talking about it for a while now. So she wants to set up some type of curriculum for that. But I like us to focus on Web3. I don't know what your thoughts are, and maybe talk a little bit about get some women on, do a panel discussion about the the different types of new social media that are popping up. We're all going to be still in Web 2, but I hear a lot of Rumble. I know a lot of people are on other different blockchain for their social media, like Hive. So, and then I think we can get podcaster, which is Jennifer. We had her on the space too, so I think it would be great.
Yeah, and I
Hi,
think, I mean,
Legion.
that's the way of the world right now is everyone has to be at least seeing what's out there and being knowledgeable. And I say it on every single week on Monday, but women have to do it. We have to, because the only way to create equity and equality in Web3 is for women to actually jump in and do it. So we have to educate and empower one another and open doors and teach so that women can into the metaverse and enter into this world and feel confident and comfortable with it.
Yeah, I feel like, and I'm still gonna make a metaverse on my church, by the way. And that's gonna be there's two things that the Church of Perpetual Life when we meet that I'm bringing up: the metaverse and community garden. It's kind of like one that's spectrum. I mean, we got 3.5 acres of land. I mean, like what? There's nothing there. There's a couple of trees. It's like, and I mean, we did everything, and it's an elementary school there. So, I mean, I'm not gonna like whoever wants to rent it. That's great, but I feel like should have a community garden because the location, as like you've been to it. But I was thinking, and also start scheduling. And they said that the location is ready for in-person education, so we can host a lot of events there.
I love that. It's such a good location. I love that spot, and it's in a good area. And it's, I mean, the land itself, as you said, like we could do so much there. So I'm excited for our female Fem Fest and everything to come up there.
When Terry gets back, we'll talk to her some more. But I started looking at different platform for podcasting and social audio. As you know, Elon bought Twitter. I plan to stay, and we're gonna stay too because we've been here for so long. We're not gonna why leave, right? But I always want to like also look at other channels. So one of them I tried. I really like it. We should do it it's called Call In. It's very new. I mean, it's not new. I think they started in 2021 or something. But it's you can do it, and you can do it off your desktop. Like, and it's a call in. Literally, it's called CALLIN Call In app. And it sounds really good too. And it has an RSS feed, which I like because the new website that I'm working on with Jason Pellish, is my social chats today is going to be all RSS feed. So I want RSS feed for everybody. So this way I can like pick who, like every morning I would wake up, log in and click what I want to be publishing and then publish as it goes. So the RSS feed isn't it? Remember the day when everything was all about RSS feed and then all of a sudden it disappeared?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And the only thing now I ever really think of with the RSS feed is my podcast and all, but I know it's definitely coming back and all the news aggregation sites and such still are using them. So it's still very relevant. And I think it's going to have new meaning as we come into Web3. As you said, like a lot of these blockchain sites, it's going to be very similar to the RSS feed.
Oh yeah, well you got to make sure when I launch because my news RSS feed it's called Social Chats Today news RSS feed. So make sure you give me your RSS feed so I can run it. So when you have a new show, we can have it there.
Yes. And also, just, to give a little shout out, if anybody wants to come on our podcast, we have a couple to be launching soon, but right now we do run the best breakup ever, where we talk to people about past relationships, whether they're romantic or friendships or work relationships or even parents and children and any kind of relationship. We talk about breakups and working through them and tell our stories. And you can submit to be on our show at thebestbreakupever.com. I gotta plug it.
I want to be on because I had the best breakup. I literally broke up with like a whole group of friends in one weekend. It was crazy. Well, back then it was looking back then. It was 2008. They couldn't understand why I was into this whole social media thing.
See?
Yeah, it was a horrible breakup actually. They all were mean to me, and it's crazy how people are like, you feel like you have a whole group, like your tribe, your friends, you're right there. You do all kind of great things for each other, right? So I just want to go, and I never talked much about it, and they're pretty well known in our community. I never talked much about them, but the breakup was hard. It was like I actually got really sick too. I got like sick. I was on my deathbed actually. I got really sick and kind of like prayed to my Buddha and say that I'm only going to help those who want to help themselves. I'm not going to focus on people and try to like get validated through people who don't. They teamed up on me, and I felt and at the time when people don't understand something and they just want to like, and you are in a different place, they're mad because you're removing what they used to be. People hate changes, right? I hate changes because usually Fridays and Saturdays, my man and I back then we had our schedule. Friday where we were at Deluxe with our VIP and we had a champagne flowing. Saturday we were at Diamond Dolls. We did all kind of crazy stuff with our friends, and this was just what we did. Work hard, play hard attitude. But then when I started researching and got into Facebook and just got into social media, and I just couldn't. I don't know. I was more excited, and then nobody was accepting it, and I was like talking about blogs, and they all thought I was freaking shit. That I was all about digital, and my friends at the time were lawyers, and I'm like, oh, let me build a blog for you, and one of them I actually gave it as a gift, and he laughed at me. His wife laughed at me. She's like, all you talk about is marketing, marketing, marketing. But I'm like, I'd rather talk about marketing and ideas than it is to sit and talk about people. So I would love to come on because for me that would be very good because sometimes people don't realize when you break up with somebody or somebody breaks, it's not about husband, boyfriend, girlfriend. When you break up with friends, and especially if it's a whole group of friends, when they all turn around and there was like a whole email chain and saying all kind of stuff to each other about me, and I got so paranoid about who said what. It's just and now looking back, I'm like, we were grown people with grown jobs and real life stuff, and we're fighting over the fact that on the weekends I was researching more about what I was into, and instead of embracing me, I felt like my friends turned on me, and I really felt like that whole Lord of the Flies type of deal. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that mentality of Lord of the Flies, but that's when a group of people go against one person because they are not doing what the group want, so they all attack that person and forgetting like, hey, we all were friends at one time. So I feel like it took me a long time to get past this, Emily. I really had to I actually went and talked to someone. Like, I mean, it was devastating when it comes to my friends. These are like, it means a lot to me.
And it's 100% like come on the show and talk about it, because we do a lot of episodes about friend breakups, because they are a lot of times harder than the romantic breakups, because you look to your friends to be your support system. So when it's your support system that's gone and the people that you've always turned to, it's hard. And we realize, like, through talking to people on the show and our own stories and stuff, that honestly, it happens to everybody as you level up in life. And as you start to, we've all had it where, like, we go from our partying days, and then whether it's you get into something new and you have a new hobby, and all of a sudden it's more fun. And it's more fun to work on your business or figure out social media or, learn about the metaverse than it is to go out drinking at a bar another night. And we are also used to doing that so often that people don't like change and they get upset, and you're not fun anymore, you're not this anymore, but you're just leveling up. And then new people come into your life that are on that level, and either the other friends have to be accepting of where you're at and kind of come with you and y'all grow together, or you just say, okay, I accept who you are and you accept who I am, we got to move on. But that doesn't always happen. And then we have these friend breakups, and they're devastating. And it really, like, so many people have had them, but we don't really talk about them that much. We talk about the romantic breakups, but not about how important the friendships are and what happens when those friends are gone. And you're right, we're all adults, but like, it goes right back to middle school and high school drama again, and we all do it. It's why we have reality shows and, Real Housewives, and we watch this
That's why we have
drama.
the Kardashian.
Yeah, exactly. And we watch it, and no matter how old you are, it just still comes up. And I see there's hands up, so I'm gonna.
I gave the mic to Mike, so
Okay.
and then also, and after that, Farhad, you're next after Mike. Mike, the mic is yours.
Okay, thank you for everyone. I am Engineer Fahad from TikTok platform. I have a lot of followers. But you talk about marketing. I know the best marketing is a customer bring customer. It's a best way to do something in your life. And who's make a value for people? I think places. If the place you live in and work in, change your place. It's simple, a simple answer for value for people. Thank you.
That's true. Yeah, I think if something is not serving you or not giving you, my thing is when I walk into place and I don't feel that warm fuzzy feeling, and they're kind of like mean to me, I really actually say it out loud, and hubby be like, "Why are you talking like? Why are you saying this out like?" If you're not serving me, if I'm here, I'm not gonna sit here and be treated like any. I'm giving you a lot of money to be here, so don't act like I don't count. So that's how I look at value. If you give value to the people who are investing into you, then you'll be there. Fahad, you're next. Did you want to share?
Yeah, I need to share marketing 5 things from Google Map. You must have 360 camera. You can do well with marketing with Google Map. Also, and high quality video. You must clean your camera. After that, you have megapixel, good megapixel for make video, transition video, silent video, vlog, everything. The hashtag in our life from Wikipedia to another platform. It's maybe hashtag music hashtag, and also move hashtag, lip sync hashtag, and a brand hashtag. Each one in our life have successful and have money. It's a brand. Be brand, because Toyota and Nene Ricci, Gucci, Versace, not smart than we, but all people doing well with marketing makes this. The platform fight together with what? They fight together with resolution. TikTok take resolution from WhatsApp. WhatsApp take a resolution for video, for sound. It's a resolution. Fight with resolution. Platform fighting and application fighting with resolution. If you send video from WhatsApp to WhatsApp, maybe 2% of resolution taken from the video. This is the real. And we have big fight with the platform, and I think Twitter now have problems because Elon Musk have stupid idea. It's maybe he take money for blue mark. I think this is stupid, really, really, because I am so angry for this news today. Thank you.
But I mean, the features are really nice. The new, like, and also with the, I myself as a content creator, I'm obsessed with 1080. Like, I can tell the difference. Everybody's like, you can't tell the difference. I'm like, I can tell the difference if I look at 1080 video compared to a 720 video. So, but the fact that he said that next month they're rolling out 43 minutes, which is great, especially if you're going to start doing podcasting and you want to have the audio part and the video part too. That's another big thing, because I think we went through a stage where social audio is important, which is, I think if we took away Twitter Spaces, I think a lot of people would leave. But that's where I would find, because it's such a great platform to connect and talk to people from all over the world. And also, and then you can create content, and you can do different ways of, especially if you are like an NFT artist and you're a content creator, and you want to create like a whole. This is how I see it. I see it like, if you are an NFT artist or musician and you want to make a beautiful video about yourself with your logo and all this different stuff, just to get people excited about your work, make some video, like an MTV style video, music video too. That's another thing. I find that gives a lot of opportunity for people, because right now you can only do, like, I think it was 90-second, which doesn't do well. For me, I need more than that. So I have Twitter Blue for 10 minutes, and I was excited about it. But I'm more excited about 43 minutes, because I've done stuff for like 10 minutes is not even enough. And I know a lot of people don't quite do it, but the way I do my videos, I feel like as long as you do storytelling, and then if
You
you're
know,
able to do it for 43 minutes, it makes it nice.
Sonia, I like transition video. I like because art with video, very nice. Really, transition video, very so beautiful video. Really, transition for your angle, and transition for time. Transition. If you know how can you do transition video, you are a best for make multimedia and the platform.
And I think that's the direction he's going to. And then the next step would be like for people to be able to like mint their own stuff, since we can like connect our OpenSea. And I heard somewhere that OpenSea was going to be able to work with Twitter. I thought that there was going to be like some kind of like a deal going on between OpenSea as a marketplace and Twitter, because if you look at what's happening with Reddit just started their own NFT type of deal, but they're not calling it NFT, and people are trading it quite a bit on OpenSea. So I mean, the sky's the limit. And again, it depends on your value. If you don't need to get Twitter Blue. It's still free for everybody. But if you're a creator and you have an agency and you want to create some good stuff, that's where it's at.
Yeah, but you must have a lot of type of video. Some people cooking all his multimedia for cook. This is wrong. You must have a lot of video for horse, for car, for nice car, for gold, for diamonds. After that, the bio for yourself. It's you, not your video. You must have video also for children. Also, no problem. And the children in this world, it's more than old people. Really, the business for children.
I know as far as the Zoomers are concerned, but I don't think like Twitter right now. I feel like their market is more like, I think 13 and up is where they're saying that people are like that's why the kids are allowed to be on here. I think. I don't know. I try not to be in a space with young kids because I just don't feel comfortable. But they're allowing it. They're allowing 13 and up. I mean, we have NFT artists that are like 13, 14-year-old that are on here. I have one. His name is William, and he's from Thailand. I mean, I interview him stuff, but I make sure, like, he was supposed to come on again, but I said, you got to bring your parents. I can't have you on in a space without your parents. Anyone that's I need to have the parents in the space, just in case.
You're from Thailand? I like Thailand. I have a lot of followers.
No, I'm from Vietnam originally.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Florida. So for me, it's just kind of like it makes more sense. But I think my board of directors, for some reason, Terry and Emily just got kicked out. They're telling me they got kicked out. I'm going to tell them to come back. But I think, right now, people don't like stuff that's being moved. Like just like if somebody comes around and change things around, people don't like that.
I like NFT really, but after NFTs, I think games. That's right.
Well,
The money, the money for
gaming industry,
NFTs for
it's gone down.
got down.
Yeah, well, gaming industry went down, but then I think now because of the metaverse, people are building it more. I'm gonna
If I have $100,000, for example, how can I do something in NFTs?
Well, I think the first thing that you need to do is figure out what blockchain you're going to be on, and depending, like you go on Ethereum, that's going to cost you a lot. Tezos is not so bad. Solana is like something you should take a look in because Google Cloud is going to be working with that too, so that's something to look into. And I really, NFT is a nice piece of art and everything, but if you just want to make something just to make something, that's fine. But a lot of the artists that I've been working with, especially musicians, I'm telling them focusing on more. The back in the day, it'd be like people subscribing to your membership or subscribing to your blog or subscribing to your newsletter. Think of it that way. Get people to buy into your tokens and then create NFTs around that token. So when they invest in your token, and I say invest, and speak of the devil, he's Kino. When you invest into it, even filmmakers do it too. When you invest into it, people buy your token, and then you can have in real life events. You can have all different things that can happen as a perk, and it's kind of like taking Web 2 crowdfunding, right? You give me $2,000, you get to go have dinner with the filmmakers. I mean, that's what I used to do with some of the projects I was working with. Where it's like, oh, if you want to donate $50, we'll mention your name in social network. If you want to donate $100, you get a T-shirt, you get some stickers, you get all that stuff. Now take that analogy of crowdfunding, add that to the Web3, but create that into a token and put that on the blockchain. Figure out the blockchain that you're going to use because, again, not all blockchains are created equal. But then you're able to use a different platform, and it all depends on what you're into. Like for example, Beam app, that's where they show different movies and different things. But then you can mint your own tokens there and give it out to your film. And then music too, and like this, it just all depends. It depends what you want to do, and I think in marketing, and for me to explain it further, I tell people like you're onto a Chinese restaurant. Anytime you buy something a certain amount, they click your you purchase this. So after you fill out this card, you get free dinner or something like that. It's almost kind of like that for marketing for brands. Because they can turn around and give a token out, have it for the special people that subscribe to their website, subscribe to their newsletter. They can either release that token and say, hey, with this token, you can go ahead and get this. Let's say it's Solana because it's part of Google Cloud pretty soon. Then you can get this and you can get, let's say I'm talking about a Chinese restaurant, you can get a bowl. With this purchase, you can either give away that token and see that's part as a perk for someone that's being a user for so long or a purchaser. And then what they'll do is they can hang on to it. And let's say if they move, they can put it up in the blockchain and have it, people can auction it off. And usually the money is made is based on the secondary market. Does that make sense? I'm such a geek when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, I need to talk about if you have time. Maybe you don't have time. I'm sorry for talking too much. The platform, big platform now. We have Android, also iOS, also Windows, Firefox, and also Switzerland. They have Wikimedia, and who is big downloading for platform? Google Play, who's first one? TikTok. After that, in Apple Store, he's a second. TikTok, in my country, I am from Dubai and Saudi Arabia. I have maybe like 400 the $400 daily for supporting me. After that, maybe sometimes if I have celebration, I have maybe $30,000. And also, I think Will Smith the monthly have a lot of money. And first account, it's a Charlie from Canada. I think TikTok is smart really because he's fighting strong for another platform. Thank you.
Yeah, Emily could talk a little bit, but she says her clients utilize TikTok quite a bit. I had TikTok in the early days when they launched, but I stopped because I had a friend at the time was in the military, and he was telling me it's a cybersecurity. And then I work my PR company. We only specialize in working with longevity researchers, age reversal. So a lot of my doctors, they were getting hacked, so they just decided not to do it. They don't use it on their phone. So again, I think it's depending on the niche. I'm excited. I'm more excited now with Vine coming back for us because women communication. We used to host Social Media Day, which is June 30th of every year. That was started by Mashable back in 2010. And we were doing Vine parties and we just made silly video and people would post it, and the winner would get based on the creativity and based on how many people liked it or stuff like that. So I'm excited more about Vine, but TikTok, I know a lot of people are loving it. It's great, but for myself personally, I'm more worried about security, and I think it's great for different people. But myself and my doctors and my researchers, I suggested some of them. They're like, no, we're not downloading that app into our phone. So Emily, what are your thoughts on TikTok?
I mean, I agree with you. It really does depend on what your niche is, though I'm a big believer that everybody can find value in it. It's actually now like one of the largest search engine sites in the world. So people are using it to search for content. Media is using it to search for stories. So for us, for a lot of our clients, it's really beneficial. Every client I talk to, when I first sit down with them, they're like, I don't want to dance. And I'm like, you don't have to dance. Like, you don't even have to show your face on TikTok anymore. You do have to educate or you have to entertain. There's, rules to how to use it successfully, but you don't have to go onto TikTok and start dancing. And I do think there is a lot of benefit to people, especially like if you have some value to add, if you have some tips that can help out in your industry, if you even just, top 5 lists that we used to pitch on the PR side out to different outlets. We put that on a quick video on TikTok and it gets picked up and syndicated from there, from media. So yeah, there's a lot of value for a lot of different industries, but I agree with you. There are some cybersecurity issues, and certainly in something like the medical field where that's extremely important and discretion is a thing and such, that I could understand being wary of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, literally on Facebook, people, since TikTok launched, everyone I know is talking about the real estate agents are like loving TikTok. They're loving all of it. I think also like cars, different niches, people loving it, even events. But I don't know. I just Snap camera, Snap. I've been working on Snap camera, playing with AR and stuff. I'm obsessed with AR as far as building how things would look. So Snapchat's calling my name again, and also I have a lot of my nephew and niece are on there, so I'm like that aunt that wants to make sure they're safe. So I always look and see what they're doing, what they're
Sonia,
snapping.
why Snapchat make contract with iPhone? Why? For resolution. It's Snapchat. This is not fair, really. Why you make if I have Android, my resolution low. If iPhone, my resolution up, and same camera, same megapixel. Snapchat make big contract for resolution, and I talk about resolution. The fight, it's a resolution, really.
And the craziest thing is, back in the early days, everything went to Android. iOS was the last thing. I've had iOS since 2010, and we always had the last. Now we're like the first kid on the block. But I don't know. Snapchat, Snap Camera, really. They actually host a spaces and everything. They did it for the Chinese New Year, because they were talking about how they work with Chinatown, and and to able to, like, if you were go to Chinatown in New York for Chinese New Year, you were able to see all different shops, AR, with your Snap camera, or your Snapchat account. When you open up the camera, you can see different things. So that gave me a lot of ideas. It was one of the reasons why I joined. I'm not quite sure why the Android is not up to par compared to iOS, but I think iOS has a lot of new features too compared to Android. So I don't know. I that's a good question. You should just ask them. DM and ask them. You should find out.
Yeah, and also their friend. If I talk about TikTok, I have link in YouTube, also on Instagram, and I have link about Facebook in between Facebook and Instagram. They friend. They make a lot of signature, but I need to talk about Instagram. I think this platform they update maybe slowly. They have problems. Instagram. What about Instagram?
Okay, Emily will tell you more, but I was obsessed with Instagram I was addicted to Reel. I mean, I was one of the first people that got Reel. I was so addicted. I made reels about everything from my sushi chef, anything I did, I had a reel going on. I did, like, whatever. This is before the pandemic, like right after
But
it, I just got crazy.
You had the right idea, because that's the whole thing now is, like, posted content on Instagram doesn't get any views now. Everything is reels, and they're definitely pushing. Like, I have one account that all we do is post reels, and the views are triple what any of the accounts were actually, like, thinking through and strategizing on static posts. So we definitely you were ahead of your time, Tanya. Reels are the way to go. And then for me, and I tell my clients too, create a reel, post it on TikTok, or create your TikTok and then post it on Reels. So you're sharing content. You don't have to create it twice. Batch your content up like that, and you can see what your audience is on each platform and kind of tailor from there. But especially to start out, because everyone, again, is so unsure about how to use TikTok, just post your Reels and start with that.
Oh yeah,
I need
love
to
reels.
talk honestly. I need to talk honestly, really. Who is honest platform? Really, it's a Telegram, because he is not installing resolution. Really, and I hate this program because he is maybe make with my contact number messages, and he is noisy, really, but he is honest. I can make meeting also maybe with 30 channel. I have my channel also. What about Telegram?
I've only been on Telegram just for, like, private cybersecurity if people want, and then I'm on Signal. I've been on that, but I've never gotten much into it. Like, again, it's what you're used to doing. I think Instagram Reel, for me, I got addicted because, like, one of my reel, like, within the hour, I know it's gonna do well when I hit 5,000 within an hour. That's, to me, that was just. And then if they get you, it's like a drug. So as far as Telegram, I don't get much, like, but if I start seeing views and I post something and I just see, I posted a video of frozen. There's like these baby iguana that were in my pool, and I posted it and I put some really cool music to it. It's and I just made like one little comment, and literally that got like 3,000, 5,000, like, views instantly, and I got excited about that, and I had to go make another one, and but after the fourth or the fifth one, they want you to, like, when you hit so high, they'll cut you up. I don't know about Emily. Have you if they pull the rug on you, like, say, okay, you can hit 5,000, they let you hit 5,000 3 reels, and after that they want you to spend money to get that 5,000 again.
Yeah, so we see it going different ways. Yes, we started seeing that, or where they ask you to go ahead and monetize. So they're like, oh, we'll pay you for your views now. And then the minute that you say, yeah, I'd like you to pay me for my views, your views go down. We have definitely seen that happen. But at the same time, we have other clients who, when they figure out their marketing mix, and it really does come down to, like, I say to everybody, if you're using it for fun, that's one thing. Like, post, have fun, just put your stuff up and enjoy what it is that you're doing, and enjoy social media for the fun of it. See those views come in, totally addictive. I love it. But I do it with no reason why, right? But if you're marketing and you're using it for marketing for your business, for your personal brand, for whatever it is, when you post, think about your why. Think about if this video gets, 5,000, 10,000, 40,000, 50,000 views, what does that do for me? Like what is my call to action? What's the reason I'm putting this out? What's the why? Because otherwise those views are relatively, they're fun to get, but they're not moving your business or anything along. So I have seen that when people are educating, when they're offering those tips and techniques for their business, when they're showing behind the scenes, when they are giving something of value, they're not just showing and look, I'm the first one, it. Every time, after a weekend, I put up my reel showing clips from my weekend and stuff, because for me, it's how I capture my memories and I enjoy it. And I'm just like, this is for fun. But if you are putting out content every single day, every single week, that is driving the right people and they're coming back more and more and more to gather that value from you, that Instagram's not going to be able, they don't cap you in that sense, because these people are now searching for you. They're coming back to your page. They're looking for you. And so then you really do see the numbers go up. We see it on a couple of the accounts I work with clients, and the more value they add, the more those numbers do go up. And even when they did click to monetize and now they're making money off their reels, we haven't seen the growth stop. So I do say it comes down to the value that you're able to offer and putting a why behind the post every time and still having fun with it. You have to keep that mix fun. But I for me, it's one of the biggest marketing tools we have.
I have, Emily, I have 39 million watcher in maybe 3 months in TikTok. And also TikTok have some smart filter for children, also for women, for everything. And the GPS connecting if you're driving car. But Snapchat, it's, I think, really not smart, really. Snapchat and Instagram also. Another American from United States. It's slowly an update also, and slowly for platform for smart. I need to talk about LinkedIn also. LinkedIn, it's for business. I am businessman. LinkedIn, it's very important. Who's know about LinkedIn?
Well, I'm horrible.
No, I do a lot of marketing on LinkedIn. Every single one of my clients is on LinkedIn as well. So what would you like to talk about for LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'm terrible. I don't really
Okay.
when LinkedIn came about, I just so focused on Facebook, and I was building apps and a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook. So I was obsessed with Facebook. So for me, LinkedIn was the last thing, and now I'm trying to catch up, and I got all these people. I don't go to LinkedIn as much because my clientele is totally different, and I don't, even though I work with doctors, they come looking for me. I really don't look for them. But I look at people's LinkedIn, but my LinkedIn is not finished. So let's talk about LinkedIn.
Yeah, well, I'll say this about LinkedIn. I used to
LinkedIn
love.
for
Go ahead.
business, for hospital also, for everything. LinkedIn for international business. And this platform is very important. I think it's from British or United States. LinkedIn, it's also for marketing, for meeting. If I trust my company, another company, sorry, I search by Google Map, and I check the comment in Google Map. Also now Google Map have conversation like WhatsApp, but LinkedIn very important for marketing, for doing marketing, because if you want to do business, you must have one email and do LinkedIn. Also have Wikipedia. Also, you have YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. I think it is for a community, for study, not for business, really, because Facebook now it's for in Euro, also France, and maybe some country. Facebook now having a law for downloading, but LinkedIn very important, very so important.
I agree with you that LinkedIn is extremely important and that a business or a business owner should definitely have a LinkedIn page. My concern with LinkedIn is, though, the amount of spam marketing, the amount of marketing that is coming through that is just bulk messages being sent out across the board to people who fit a specific demographic, and it's not tailored, and it is overwhelming on the mailboxes on LinkedIn right now. And I believe that there is a loss of authenticity in the marketing on LinkedIn. So people who are doing it well and who are smart about their marketing on LinkedIn, I think that they can stand out, but there is so much saturation of terrible marketing and overwhelming spam and spam bots, and it has overtaken what was a really important business and business marketing site. So I have some concerns with LinkedIn. I think it's great for thought leadership. I think it's wonderful for executives and people who have a point of view to put out and to put their leadership views there. And I agree with you. I look up businesses on LinkedIn to see their legitimacy and credibility. But the marketing side of it, at least again here in the United States, has certainly become very inauthentic. And I do try to filter through those messages and find the ones that are real and reach out to those people. But I have found that on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, the direct message still works a lot stronger than for me and for my clients than LinkedIn has recently, because of how many of those spam messages come through on the inboxes.
Okay, I need to talk about Twitter followers, YouTube followers, Instagram followers. If I want to have maybe 1 million followers, maybe I spend $10,000, no problem. Now, today, no problem. What about this platform? I see this platform in Google Play. Who's doing this platform? If you put this $10,000 in Google Play, some people coming from all the world catching the coins and catching also the money, because the coins, you can doing coins by like and by a comment and by share. I need to talk about TikTok followers, Instagram followers, Twitter followers. Who's doing this platform?
Who's using Twitter for business?
No, if you search in Google Play, you can find platform Twitter followers. If I need 1 million followers, I can put money in this platform. After that, people from China, from anywhere coming and doing follow me. After that, they have coins. And after they have coins, they have money.
Yeah, so for me though, I will tell you that for my clients, I recommend that they do not purchase followers ever. Because what that does is that gives you a lot of numbers on your following side, but that does not give you engagement. And when you have, let's say, 1 million followers, but you only have like 50 people who like your photos, or one person who comments, then your engagement is off. And number one, people can tell that. Number two, it's very inauthentic. It's not a good growth strategy, because all it is empty numbers. What you want to do is put out the right content, put out content that that works, put out things that do help to educate people, help them raise. I always say, if you can help lift somebody up, whether that's in their business, their personal life, whatever it might be, raise their status, you will raise your own. That's the best way to do it. That's the most authentic way to do it. That's what social media is all about, is connecting with people and helping to raise them up. And at the same time, they'll do that for you if what you're putting out is of value to them. And so that's the best way to do it. When you buy those followers, it's empty numbers. You get a great number and nothing else. And I really do not recommend that for any business to do. And especially, when people go to your page and they see that you've done that, you lose credibility. So regardless, even if you have all those numbers and you have all of these platforms and everything set up, when they start to see the followers but the engagement is so low, I think nowadays that's a turnoff for people. So it's not a great business strategy either.
No, but I need also a talk about Google Firm. If I have 100 clients each 100 client, maybe 5% make contract with me. Really, because we are open. I am open marketing. I open my marketing all the world. But I need to talk about this platform, free platform, Google Firm. It's very nice because I design small Google Firm, and I can catch all the information for a client. I think if you connect the platform with the Google Firm, it's so beautiful for marketing.
Yeah, I agree. That I'd agree with. And anytime you can connect your platforms, help to automate some things, connect it all for your marketing, you're way steps ahead of many other people who are not doing that or aren't automating and are making things harder for themselves. So I would definitely agree with you on that. Now that being said, Tanya, we are at 10:58 a.m. So we only have 2 more minutes. I've got a hard stop at 11. So I wanted
Yeah,
to
me
throw it
too.
back to you and thank everybody for being here and such today. But I know we got to wrap some things up.
Yeah, that was great. Thank everyone for being here. And again, we'll be back next week. We'll have a guest next week. This week was just kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about all the different platforms, and Farhad just showed up and asked us some really good questions, and I'd love for you to come back. And again, we'll be back next Monday, Empower Yourself Monday. And this is today is our episode 38. And we will be back next week. And I appreciate everyone for being here. Bye, everybody.
Wait, I will add
Okay.
every people. Wait, please,
Okay.
please. No,
Okay.
no. I will add everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Have
you're
a
so
great day,
adorable.
everyone.
Thank you.